He was money like Perk's green suit down the stretch in Game 3. He capped off his stellar fourth-quarter performance by hitting this clutch step-back right here over Dorian Finney-Smith to ice the game. Ant called it the most fun he'd ever had in Target Center. And when you look at the numbers, it's pretty easy to see why. He scored or assisted on the final 13 points of the game for the Wolves. That's tied for the second most points scored or assisted in the final 5 minutes of a playoff game in Timberwolves history, trailing only Sam Cassell in 2004. Versus the Kings. So in the regular season, right, we talked about this on Countdown. Minnesota, they struggled with late game execution. What did they find here, Bob, in this game that they could transfer over?
That guy, really. I mean, I think he defers too much at the end of games, Anthony Edwards. And he even did it some in that game. Watching the game, I'm thinking, why doesn't he just go? You think he can shoot the three, he can get to the rim. He may be the best in the league at attacking the rim. But I still see him trying, maybe in his brain a little bit, thinking I should give it up. I should share the ball. But when he decides, Malika, to attack and bring that confidence, they're pretty hard to beat. I did question watching that game, why haven't they been doing this the whole season long? And with a guy playing against what has been the face of the league, LeBron James, Steph Curry, is this the next guy to be the face? Are we allowed to say that? The face of the league.
He says it. That's how I feel about it. He's my favorite player to watch. Him and Steph Curry are my two favorite players. I mean, I love me some Ant-Man, but here's the deal. Today is going to be very, very interesting because the Anthony Edwards that I watched last year, he might have got worn out in the conference finals, fatigue having something to do with it, along with the greatness of Luka Doncic, of course. But those first two rounds, he was like a shark in blood-infested waters. This brother sensed it, and he sensed the kill, and he went for it. You can do that today. If you push the Lakers to the brink of elimination, okay, obviously it's a very difficult task for them to overcome. You can do that tonight. It's nice to see you and your former living teammate LeBron James hugging and shaking hands and doing everything but singing Kumbaya with one another. Hell with all of that. It's time to have him and to take him out if you can. And we're going to see if Ant-Man is going to have that sense, because we saw him last night in the first two rounds, last year in the first two rounds, have that kind of mentality. Let's see if he has that today.
The Lakers are in trouble, serious trouble. And it's J.J. Redick is going to have to make a business decision. The size, the athleticism of the Minnesota Timberwolves is too much for the Los Angeles Lakers right now, including starting with Jaden McDaniels. He's been making love to them, okay? Especially in the paint. In they 2 wins, he had 25, game 1. Last game, he had 30. He's averaging 27 points. Anthony Edwards said it himself after game 1. We want him to be aggressive. So when I say a business decision, now all of a sudden you're wondering, is we're going to see more Jackson Hayes, right? Or is you going to challenge Rui Hachimura or Jared Vanderbilt to guard this man? And then let's stop the nonsense of picking on Rudy Gobert. He has been really an unsung hero and has been doing his job. I know last year after this moment right here, he saw it over and over and over again. I know Luka put him on skates, and it was actually pretty damn good defense. Luka just hit it. But guess what? In game 3, the one time he was isolated on Luka, look at Rudy right here. Active hands on the island. Look, sliding those puppies, getting it done by himself and causing and getting the steal. Getting the same spot. And here's the thing. They are 10 for 32 when isolated Rudy Gobert. So that's not working either. So everybody around the world, let's stop this nonsense that they're picking on Rudy because it's not working.
To be fair to Luka, he was feeling a little bit under the weather in this game. I'm not saying that's why Rudy has been thinking about that moment for a long time, but he wasn't feeling 100% heading into Friday's Game 3. It played a role in his performance. He finished with 17 points, 6 for 16 shooting. That's the second fewest points in any playoff game of his career. So let's bring in our senior insider, Shams Charania now. Shams, how is Luka feeling ahead of today's pivotal Game 4?
Malika, Luka Doncic is rested. He's feeling much better. And outside of a team meeting and individual treatment, I'm told Luka Doncic spent all of Saturday sleeping in his bed, which is something he could not do on Thursday and Friday when he was dealing with a viral bug. But he played through it Friday night. He's feeling a lot stronger. He is ready to go for Game 4 today after spending all of Saturday pretty much sleeping in bedridden in his bed.
Shams, thank you so very much. This was a quick turnaround for Luka Doncic in the Los Angeles Lakers. He clearly wasn't feeling 100%, Stephen A., but he's never scored below 20 points in consecutive playoff games. So what version of Luka do they need in this game?
Well, he needs to explode. There's no question about it. LeBron did what he did in Game 3. It wasn't enough, all right? You need Luka out there. And not only that, Luka serves to demoralize things that most stars haven't been able to. When he gets going and he explodes, it ends up giving his team an advantage whenever he seems to be going up against Minnesota. It's why they didn't go to the finals last year. It's why they lost one game they lost in this series as well. I think that he has to explode today, make up for obviously being sick in Game 3, and I think that he will.
They need Luka and LeBron. The only game they both played well, they won. And the first game, LeBron...
And held in that game as well.
They're not deep enough, and Minnesota is that good. It can't just be Luka has 35, LeBron has 19. It has to be both, especially on the road. And they lose this game, you said it, it's going to be a real problem.
All you had to do was say, I agree with Stephen A.
That's how hard.
I mean, that's what I said. That's basically what I said. I said LeBron had a big game, but he did it. He's got to join LeBron.
I like you. That's just asking. That's asking.
I'm saying.
Well, I mean, but look, they need Luka. Yes, they need his scoring, but they need his size as well, right? Like, he goes in there and he gets in the trenches. We saw it in Game 2. He's mixing it up, going grab rebounds, but again, I don't think LeBron could have another performance like he did in Game 3 because the ask of him and what he's going to have to do defensively. Think about the physicality that Minnesota, we talk about Jay McDaniels and Rudy. Let's not forget about what Julius Randle is doing right now.
Yeah, he's been
That's
great.
a lot. And you're asking LeBron to do so damn much defensively. At times he's playing the center position. I don't know after a quick turnaround if he's going to have the legs to go out there and put up another 30.
And the Lakers tried that trade, right, to get that big. And maybe it's all coming back around. The lack of size could be hurting.
They know that Luka needs a rim-running big in order to be at his best. Certainly that's something we're going to keep an eye on in the offseason, but we're not there yet. The Lakers trying to even up this series. Bob Myers, Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, I'm Malika Andrews. Gentlemen, for the first time in 17 years, the Detroit Pistons, they are favored to win a playoff game against your New York Knicks. Here, Stephen A. Smith, should they be going into this one?
I think in this game they should be. When you think about the fact that the starters played, every starter for the New York Knicks played 39 of 43 minutes in Game 3, okay? Their bench got outscored 40-9. You look at the work that they've been putting in, how energized Detroit is going to be because of the level of urgency that they have available to them, because you go down 3-1 to the New York Knicks, in all likelihood you're going to lose this series. I think all of those things coming into play contribute to me thinking that this is the one day you can look at the Pistons and say they should win this game.
Not me. I'm leaning towards the best player in the series. That's big body Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns got to continue to dominate. That he cannot allow